Good morning. This is Lisa Schmidt with the Stanford Studio. Welcome to Saturday in the Studio. I am glad it's almost spring. I don't know about you, but super excited to have tomorrow be the first day of spring. And also, it's my birthday. So that's really fun too. Um, Funny story this week. So they lifted the mask mandate at school. So I walked in, I'm all like, oh yeah, I'm not going to wear a mask. I'm all good. Kids start coming in my classroom. I'm like, I'm going to mask up. I have 1 week till spring break. I'm like, I don't want to get sick. Anyway, so
Morning, Sandy. Morning,
glad
Trudy.
you're here. Hey, Trudy. Hey, Sandy. Today I want to show you a stamp set called All Squared Away, a bundle. And part of the reason I want to show it to you is because normally it's 10% off, but right now through the end of March, it's 20% off. And so I have a list of some other things that are also 20% off. Pretty amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with that. I'm just going to push that. Oh, it's not in there. Okay. So here's All Squared Away. I'm going to raise it up just a little bit, Dave. So All Squared Away is super cool because it has these background stamps. Happiest of birthdays to you. Super cute. You're so worth celebrating. Like our friendship. Think good things grow like our friendship. I guess I should read them in order. And the best thing about today is you. So, and I often feel that way about you guys who show up here today. It's like the best thing about today is you. So I'm going to make 2 cards with this. I'm going to start with one that is monochromatic. So just using one color. And I'm going to use the Magenta Madness is my one color. So let's go ahead and, this is the thick cardstock. So I'm just going to normal, everyday, thick cardstock. Bone fold it, reburnish it, and it gets it to the right place.
Hey, Barb.
All right. I am going to take just a simple piece of white cardstock, and I'm going to stamp all 4 of these backgrounds. And I just put them on the bold, or I put them on the large block. It's a medium-sized block, but I put them on a bigger block and just put both. Blah, blah, I can't get my words. Put one on each side. Thank you. One on each side, which then I don't have quite so many blocks floating around my space. So I'm just going to stamp these. I'm going to end up cutting them out. So I'm not worried about where I'm stamping them. Just going to stamp them. Great patterns. I just think it's really, really fun. I don't even have to get all 4 on here. I have other paper, which is awesome. That one, that's vanilla. Put on this one. All right. There we go. One more. Okay. So the idea was to go ahead and stamp these onto here. And I was like, there's just no way. I'm not going to be able to stamp them directly on there. Can you grab me one more of these? You know where they're? Up on the top, they're cut. So I'm going to go ahead and just trim these, leaving just a little border. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. And I cleaned my paper trimmer this morning. I was like, it is really messy. So on this wonderful day here in Minnesota, it is going to be, I don't know, warm-ish, but tomorrow it's going to be 60. What the heck? 60 degrees, which is awesome. Yes, thank you. Sorry. Looking at Dave, I'm like, no, that's not right. Yes, that's right. All right. So I'm just kind of lining it up on my edge here. If you find something to line it up on that on your paper cutter, it's easier to get them all kind of the same. So, I know this is not very exciting watching me cut, but these backgrounds are really fun, and you can use them as a background. You could use them to punch something out of them. And they do come with dies, which I'll show you in a second. The dies also have a flower that comes with them, flowers that come with them. So I'm curious, in the spring, what is one of your favorite things to do while I'm cutting? What is one of your favorite things to do? I know for us, getting out in the garden, I'm always chomping at the bit. Dave's like, not yet, there might be another snow. He's usually right. There usually is one more snow, but I'm like, let's get out to the garden. And this year, obviously, it's to get out to our refuge, which is a building we built last year. All right, and I'm going to just build this, put these on. It's just a standard 4 by 5 1/4 by 4. And I'm just going to end up sticking these on kind of like that. Okay, I want to show you the dies before I keep going. So here are the dies, and they coordinate with each of the stamps. Let me pull these out. Each of the squares. So look how fun these flowers are. And then there are small flowers that match each of these. So there's little daisies, there's those. I have some I'm using today. So lots of fun things to do with that. Okay, on one of them, just one, we are going to decide which one. I'm going to do this one, the polka dots. We are going to put the daisy or the flower. We're just going to stick that on, and I'm just going to use our glue. And I'm going to show you, I am going to pop this. Oh, that's right. I'm going to pop it up. I don't need, yeah. No, I'm going to just use the glue. Sorry. Thinking. That a dangerous thing? I don't know. Sometimes it is dangerous. And then I'm just going to put one little dot on the 4 corners. And again, this would be a great one for the self-adhesive sheets. Sometimes I think those are easiest to use, but this is okay. It's not too big. I mean, it's not too intricate. Yeah, that's the word I wanted. All right, so this is the die. I just put it on there, and I didn't even show you. I was going to be like, now we're going to die cut this. Vroom, there it is. So here's the die. I just die cut out of that. Okay, and I'm just going to press it down for a minute, make sure it all stays. And now I'm just going to put these on. This one I am going to pop up because I just want one to be a little bit higher than the others. And you know what I like to do sometimes when I have a bigger surface area, I like to use my full adhesive sheets because to me it's a little bit of a time saver.
Dimensional sheets.
Oh yeah, what adhesive? Yeah, dimensional sheets. I just trim a little bit off, and then I don't have to kind of stick all of them on. I know I've got good coverage. So, and you can see I'm not really concerned about cutting. I just tear them and stick it on. That's good. Okay, so we're going to put these on here, and I'm going to go in just a little bit. We might end up trimming some of the edge. I'm pretty sure maybe not. Maybe not. And these other 3, I'm going to go ahead and stick all the way down. It's just cute. It really is just sweet, in my opinion. How fun. Because this one's going this way, I'm going to do this one up and down. Let's stick it right there. So you can see how stamping these directly on the cardstock, I just don't think I could get them straight, honestly. Because are they straight on my board? I don't know. On my block? I don't know. It just made me a little nervous.
With your Stamparatus.
With your Stamparatus, yes. But because I can't see through them, I did not want to do that. All right. I also die cut out these little flowers. So the daisy and the 3 daisies. And these, I mean, you can layer these and do 2 at a time.
Hey, Jenny.
So, hi, Jenny. Thank you. So you can do several at a time. You can double them so that you can run it through with double paper. Okay. This one I'm going to pop up. Now, here's something I figured out when I was making it. And free for you today only is this little tip. I thought, oh, I need to put little dimensionals on this. No, put one big dimensional in the middle because I'm going to cover that up anyway. And the rhinestone that I'm going to use literally needs something to stick to because of the size of the hole. Also, these little flowers, I'm going to stick this one and then I'll show you what I learned. These little flowers not all petals are the same. Now, maybe that doesn't matter to you, but on the flower, when you die cut it out, I don't know if you can see it, but there's 2 little dots, and it's these 2 dots. It's these 2 little dots that kind of show through a little bit. The dots, it fits perfectly if the dots go here and here. Then that flower fits perfectly on. I mean, I thought it was all the way perfect, but when I started rotating, I'm like, nope, it's not. And then we're going to put some flowers down here. I'm going to do the same flower right here. I'm just going to stick it all the way down with my glue. And so one through the mini boss, they call it, or the big shot, the big boss. I don't know why they call it that. Not the big shot, the Stampin' Cutting Emboss. They call it a mini boss and a big boss. Anyway, I don't know. So I'm just going to stick these on down here as a little bit of accent. Oh, that's right. And if I wanted to pop them up, oopsie, hello, there's my earring. Okay, if I wanted to pop it up, I would just use a mini dimensional here. So I'll just pop one of these up. Right, what?
Go ahead.
Right in the middle. I'm going to let this one go flat, and I'll show you that in a second because I already did the others flat, so I'm going to do this one flat too. A little bit of glue. Boop, boop, boop. And flip it over. There we go. Okay, now you know it's not finished yet until... Can you turn that heat off? I'm like dying. I thought I was cold when I came down, but now I'm too warm. I have 3 degrees. Dave will tell you 3 degrees where I'm comfortable. I just take the biggest gem, thanks, love, and put it up here. And like I said, it doesn't have anything to... Thank you. My Cabana boy, I do have something for me to drink too. Gotta love it, right? Full service here. Can they see that other one of me? No, he's fanning me. All right. And then I'm going to take, because these come in small, medium, and large. So I'm going to take a medium size. The medium size fits directly in that circle, which is interesting. And then I'll do 2 mini ones right here and right here with my take your pick. I don't know how else you would pick those up. I'm going to move that one a little bit. There we go. Now I just need to put on my sentiment, and I'm going to add, and I'm going to add one more flower down there. This is just monochromatic, so it's all the same color. I love this phrase. The best thing about today is you. How special. The best thing about today is you. I'm going to stamp that right there. And then I am going to pop up this little one. And I'm going to take a little dimensional because I'm going to put it, I was trying to think, is a little one or big one I wanted? I think a little one. And I'm going to stick it right next to that phrase. So stick it right there in the middle. And get that little piece off. And I'm going to put it right here. And of course, put a gem on it because why wouldn't you? Bling, bling, bling. Always makes everything better. There we go. And you know, these gems, you get 140 of them in a pack. 140 of these little gems. Like, bring it on. Bring on the glitter and the glitz. That's all right. So then this is just going to sit right on top of here. Okay, I'm going to trim it a little bit because I wanted it to, oh dear, sorry. Dave's like, move it down, move it down. I am going to go ahead and trim this a little bit because this one is a little too big for what I wanted. But look at how easy it is to trim it, even though it's all made. Because you know what? It's not stuck on the card yet. So the other thing you could do is trim the card. There we go. That is fine. And I am going to just put this right on there as a layer. You could pop it up, give it one more layer of dimension. There we go. Look how cute. What do you think? I think it's super sweet. Finally got to take a pic. Yay! How am I going to celebrate my birthday, Barb? Last night we had 8 friends over. We played a game that was really hysterical.
And I have to say, it was so much fun having friends over after so long. However, they left at 12:30,
oh my gosh,
which is a little past our bedtime.
And then I couldn't get to sleep till like 2. So anyway, I'll take a nap this afternoon. So I just wanted to show you. So here is the Magenta Madness. Remember, that's one of the colors that's only good through the end of April. And then I did one in Pool Party just to see some different colors. So it's just great. These, I did pop up those in addition to the to this one. But look at that. So I do think it's simple. Yeah, Sandy, I kind of agree. It's elegant. It's fun. It's kind of everything we want in a card.
You know, and Lisa mentioned that right now the All Squared Away set is on sale. And that's a part of the Savings in Bloom sale, which has the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss being on sale, as well as all these amazing bundles. So there it is, All Squared Away. Normally would be $45. It's an extra $5 off.
And
for
I want to say,
$40.
so that's usually the bundles are 10% off. And so right now they're 20% off. Whether you
Right.
buy the mini boss or not, it's
Yep.
20% off these bundles.
Exactly. So if you don't have the Wildcats bundle, what a great time to get it. Seascapes.
Right there, hydrangea. That one is
Hydrangea is just
gorgeous.
beautiful.
So
Everyone
gorgeous. I
loves
should
that
use
one.
that on Monday.
Beauty of Friendship is that cool one we've done with some trees.
Pansies. If you don't have the pansies.
Quiet Meadow. How often have you used Quiet Meadow dyes in so many different things? And yes,
Yes.
of course, the pansies.
Which
So,
Dave just used in a in a shamrock, if you didn't see that.
and there's the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. Normally $60, on sale for $48.
Go down one more because the sunflowers is another, I think, pretty
Yes.
popular.
That's
super
the French
popular
one, but they do have it in English too.
Oui, oui.
There it is.
Oui, oui. Merci, monsieur. All right. I'm going to make one more card with this. And I'm going to, again, start with my basic white cards. I have it somewhere. I have it. Oh, I dropped it. That's right. I forgot I dropped it. Here it is. I'm going to start with my extra thick. They don't say extra thick. It's just thick. It used to be extra thick. Now it's just thick, but it's thicker. Anyway, whatever. I'm going to start with my thick cardstock. I am going to use that Magenta Madness on top, but first I'm going to stamp on it. So this one is going to have more stamping, maybe less cutting. And I am going to stamp on my, I don't think I want to use the mat. Actually, I want to use, I could. No, I'm not going to. Sorry, you know what I'm thinking? I was going to use the mat because I'm going to stamp off. So I don't want to get ink on here. But the mat has some give, and I'm afraid I'll get the outside of the stamp because it's a rubber stamp. So I am going to stamp on a piece of paper like that. Okay, here we go. You are so worth celebrating. And you can see on this one, you can see that stamp. I cut it. You can tell I kind of chopped the edge because sometimes with the rubber, when you stamp it, you get this edge. And I don't want that. So as soon as I see that, I just take scissors and trim it off. The only thing you have to be careful is not to like undercut because then it doesn't quite, you're cutting the foam too much, but not a big deal. All
Jenny
right.
says she just ordered the sunflowers. Can't wait.
Oh.
And Lynn loves your Ladybug watch band.
Yeah, thank you. I just switched that back over. I had taken it off because we went somewhere fancy. And so I traded it out in the car. And then I'm like, put that back on. I drive a bug. I love ladybugs. All right. So I'm just eyeballing the distance here. It doesn't really matter if it's straight. It doesn't really matter if it's perfect. It is going to be fantastic. And I could do them even closer together. I'm good with this. And if you wanted it to be straighter, you could use a guide and make sure that you're kind of going in a straight way.
Kind of goes with the scripty font that it's just random.
It's not random at all.
No,
it's straight.
The distances.
I see. Yeah, it's random. But you can see it's not perfect. That's okay. I am going to, let me just think for a second here. Oh, that's right. I'm going to stamp and cut out just one. Oh, no, I'm not. Yes, I am. I think I'm sure, but I'm not sure. I'm going to stamp one of the backgrounds, and I really like that polka dot one, so I'm going to use that one on my Magenta Madness. I'm going to try to leave a good size border on two sides. Perfect. And then I'm going to trim it. Again, you could pre-cut that square, but I don't know. I think it's a little tricky to get them perfectly straight. So I'm going to make this straighter than it was. There we go.
Again, Stamparatus would take care of straight.
Sure it would. Yep. If you were making a bunch of cards, for sure I would want to use the Stamparatus. Absolutely. Because you'd want to have it all done like a one and done. I think that's good. All right. So this is just going to sit right here. And I'm going to pop it up because it doesn't have a lot of dimension on it. Here we go. Can you close that? I'm afraid I'm going to stick my hand in my Magenta Madness. It's going to make me mad if I stick my hand in it. All right, here we go. Here's a kind of a different way I've thought about attaching these dimensionals because I can flick off that paper and then I pick it up. I don't know. I'm like, ooh, I kind of like that. Flick.
Flick and pick.
Flick and pick. Ooh, I like that too. Flick and pick. Flick and pick. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this on here like that. You're so worth celebrating. And then I die cut out one of these flowers. Remember, we've got flowers, and you can see I put extra pieces in here when I make some. There's a die cut for each of the flowers here. So there's those. You saw me use the little flowers. There's the daisy that I used, and then this one is this one is another one that I used. So there's a one for each of the flowers, and I'm just going to use this flower. And as we know, we can take a flick and pick and put it in the middle, and it'll pop up my whole gig, my whole flower. But which side do I want? There is a back side and a front side. I don't know that it really matters. Most people wouldn't notice, but the front side kind of curls down a little bit. I'm just going to stick that right in the middle. And this time I'm going to use a bigger gem. These are, you're going to have to help me out with this one, hon. They're frosted and clear. Frosted and clear. With a little bit of extra snowflakes on the corner here that are no longer. Frosted and clear. But they're kind of like they're like a pearl kind of. Dave will find out. Let us know. All right, let's go ahead and stick this on. Of course, if we wanted to on any of these, we could add ribbon. We could add whatever we want. But I just think that's a simple, sweet, nice card. So yeah, good idea for the background, right? So there's the ones I made. Sorry, do you want to see them closer? Here you go. There's the ones that I made. And I don't know if you guys heard me in the beginning. I said, this week we have no masks at school. And I immediately, I walked in without a mask. And as soon as my kids started coming in, I was like, oh, I'm putting on a mask. I don't want to get sick before spring break. And I feel like, ooh, lots of germs now that I'm not used to anymore. So there's our cards. Do you have any other announcements? Because I have two other cards. Okay, then I have two other cards I want to show you.
Yep, couple quick announcements. Many of you have already taken advantage of the special of the week. Special of the week this week is the Ribbon Bonanza. Has the polished pink, the pale papaya, the Highland heather, flowers for every season ribbon combo pack, as well as you get the amazing custom Stamper Studio bow maker.
There it is.
All of those things available for $38. I will put the link in the chat here, but that is available for just a couple more days. So get it while you can.
All right. Thanks, Dave. Yeah, it's a great deal. It's a great deal. And I have a video on how to use that. If you haven't seen it, it is fun. Okay, so here's two other cards. I did not make these. This is made by Carrie McHale. She lives in Oregon, a friend of mine. And I misspoke before. There is not that flower. There are these flowers. If you wanted that one, you would cut it out. So there is not that one. But look how cute it is to use different colors with just a black background. So she die cut these, made a little bit bigger black and stuck those on and then put the flowers on top. But you know what? I'm going to do it. You know what this needs? Come on now. It needs some gems. It needs some bling bling. Look at that. Even just on one, but we would never do just one. We would do all. I'd put them on those two. Isn't that, it just needs some bling, but sorry, that's okay. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, come on back to full size. I think that's really pretty. It's just kind of classic black and white with some sprinkling of color. Here's another one, and this one is made by Lisa Miltakis. Look how fun that is, just the white background with the different colors on top of it. And this is we call this a book fold because it's a standard half sheet of paper, 4 1/4 by 8 1/2, and then you just score it at about 1 inch or whatever size you want. Seal this shut, and it becomes like a book. So that's kind of a fun card. So that, my friends, is the All Squared Away bundle. And if you don't have it, I think it's a very versatile and easy to use stamp set.
Yep. One more thing for you before we go.
That's fine. I'm going to put the gems on here while you're talking. Go ahead.
Do not forget that registration has opened for Bingo.
Bingo.
Bingo will be Friday, April 22nd. It is virtual at 7 p.m. We'll play 6 bingo games. Make 3 different projects. You get prizes. You get a swag bag. You get all sorts of things, all the materials to make the projects that we're going to be doing. All available for $40. And like I said, we have upped our prize count this time. So there were lots of prizes last time. Yeah. There are even more.
There are hundreds of dollars of prizes, guys.
This time around.
Yep. We use your fee to buy the prizes, and that's a good deal.
So I will put that link in the chat as well. Sign up today. You have to register by April 11th because obviously we have to get everything ordered and out to you and all that fun stuff. So virtual bingo coming up. A few of you have already signed up. Keep them coming because it's so much fun the more people we have.
Bingo! That's the best part when you get to yell bingo. Someone else asked how am I celebrating my birthday. My mother-in-law and father-in-law, sister-in-law, brother-in-law are coming over tomorrow for dinner. And I'm going to make a cocoa espresso cake that I saw. I actually had to order cocoa espresso cocoa. So I'm super excited about that. I think that'll be really fun. I think that's it. I'm looking forward to seeing you on Monday. Seeing that hydrangea, I'm like, ooh, maybe we need to bring that back out because that is so pretty. If you have it, you know it's just, it's gorgeous. Tomorrow's going to be 60 in Minnesota, so get outside. In Minneapolis anyway, so get outside. Other than that, like the page, share it with your friends, sign up for bingo, invite a friend to play bingo, and have a great day. Happy stamping, friends!